Hi, my name is Alyssa Dheming, and I'm a student in the pre-K through 3rd grade program at LSU. My undergraduate research project was done on using visual reminders to decrease out-of-turn talking during whole group instruction in a kindergarten class. Out-of-turn talking can be an issue in kindergarten-age students. Previous research suggests that using Unifix cubes as visual reminders can decrease blurting out during whole group instruction. An intervention was introduced to decrease out-of-turn talking during whole group instruction. The research question was, would using Unifix cubes to represent a positive reinforcement combined with a consequence decrease out-of-turn talking in a kindergarten student? The behavior definitions in the following research include blurting, which is defined as the child calls out during whole group instruction without raising his hand, or the child raises his hand and speaks before being called on. The target behavior is defined as the child raises his hand, waits to be called on, and his response is relevant to the topic of whole group discussion. Data were collected by dividing the number of times the behavior occurred in each 10-minute interval by the total number of smaller intervals, which in this case is 10. Reliability was scored on a point-by-point basis in each interval. The formula used to calculate reliability was agreements divided by agreements plus disagreements multiplied by 100. Overall, inter-observer agreement was 96%. Here we see the experimental conditions in both the baseline and intervention data. In the baseline data, the student is observed during whole group instruction. When the student blurts out, the teacher uses active ignoring or the stoplight behavior system used in the classroom. Baseline data is collected on intervals 1 through 4. In the intervention data, the student is also observed during whole group instruction and is told that he has 8 Unifix cubes. Each time the student blurts out, he will lose a Unifix cube. If no cubes are lost during an interval, the student receives a sticker. Intervention data is collected on intervals 5 through 8. This graph shows the baseline and intervention data from each interval. The baseline data shows that the target student blurted an average of 60% of the time, ranging from 50 to 70% in the first 4 intervals. The intervention data shows that the student blurted an average of 50% of the time, ranging from 30 to 70% in the last 4 intervals. After the intervention training, blurting decreased 10 percentage points. The child seemed to like the positive reinforcement with the stickers and disliked the consequence of losing a cube. The intervention article shows a decrease in the undesirable behavior. The 2-minute recess penalty was not enforced in this study, so the research does not show much difference before and after the intervention was introduced. Teachers can incorporate this study into whole group instruction to decrease blurting. The cubes can be monitored by the teacher or by a teacher's aide. This study did not show a large decrease in the undesirable behavior, which raises the question, will blurting decrease if the behavior results in a loss of recess time?